Hello everyone, welcome to Oral Chemistry. In today's video, I'm going to discuss about a very important thing, and the specimen copy already has released for few subjects released before, and for chemistry also being released. So I've got the specimen copy specimen question paper as this year, this time semester system in ICSE, both for ICSE and ISC specimen question paper we have got for chemistry. So we will see the question patterns and we will go through that which type of questions may come and what will be the answer probable solution of the question paper. So without wasting any time, let's go for it. First of all, the link is given below in the description box if you want to download other subjects specimen paper also, and if you want to go to the directly to the website of board to download the papers. So link is given in the description box. Follow about the chapters, follow my description. If any chapters video I have made, then description there will be in the description. In the comment box, if you need any chapters discussion, any question, brief explanation, then kindly comment and I will give you the video. So let's start it. So here is our specimen question paper. We will go through that and we will see what will be the probable answer. For these questions answer, I would suggest you first solve by yourself, then see the video, then it will be helpful for your revision also. So let's go for it. The trend in metallic nature of metals as we go from top to bottom in a group. So I have given about periodic tables video also. There you can see there is a simplest way to find out that if we go from top to bottom and if we come from right to left side, then the metallic character will increases. So the correct option will be it will increases. If we come top to bottom, then metallic character will increases. First question number 2, the color change observed when the solution of magnesium hydroxide is tested with following indicators. So here you have to know first of all magnesium hydroxide is what type of compound. So magnesium hydroxide is basic type of compound. So as magnesium hydroxide is basic compound, so we need to know every indicator's color change in basic medium. We have what type of indicator? Phenolphthalein, methyl orange, blue litmus. So let's see. For phenolphthalein turns colorless to pink in basic medium. That's absolutely correct. In basic medium, phenolphthalein turns colorless to pink. Methyl orange remains orange. That is not correct one in basic medium. Phenolphthalein remains colorless. That is not the correct one. Blue litmus solution turns red. We know about litmus solution. Red litmus turns into blue in presence of base. So here the option 1 will be the correct option will be option 1. Then question number 3. In question number 3, it is asked the compound which is a non-electrolyte. So in case of electrolysis chapter, form electrolysis chapter, so here they have asked a non-electrolyte. Potassium chloride, a salt, ionic compound, electrolyte. H2SO4, acid, electrolyte. Acetic acid is electrolyte, so remains carbon tetrachloride. So it will be the answer. So our answer will be here carbon tetrachloride in case of non-electrolyte. In this contest, I wanna tell you, if you wanna see the semester 1, semester 2 bifurcated syllabus or about the syllabus thing, then please go for the video. The link is given in the description box. Question number 4, it is asked twice the vapor density gives. This one is the question from concept of stoichiometry from the chapter. So twice the vapor density into 2, that gives us the molecular mass. So easily you can see the answer will be molecular mass. Quite direct questions they are. Next question is the number of lone pair of electrons in nitrogen atom in ammonia molecule. So ammonia having formula NH3, and if we see the structure, Lewis dot formula of ammonia, what type of structure in ammonia? A covalent structure, covalent bond is there present. So in ammonia 3 bond have formed already, so 1 lone pair will remain. So the answer will be only 1 lone pair is there. And they have asked about the lone pair, means the number of lone pair electron, not the number of electrons. Number of electrons will be 2 and number of lone pair will be 1, because 2 electron gives 1 lone pair. Next question number 6, elements with similar valence shell configuration in a periodic table are placed in. Elements with similar valence shell, read it carefully. So for similar valence shell, we have to know what are the periods and what are the group in a periodic table. If this one is the periodic table, the vertical columns are the groups. Vertical columns are the groups. Here if we see the electronic configuration, they all have a common electronic configuration. These are groups. So if we see the number of shell increases down here, I am giving you the answer whichever I think the correct, that one. So this question may be from sulfuric acid, but as acid based salt also there in your syllabus in first sem, so this question was not quite expected, but it's okay, because gas liberated when sodium sulfide reacts with sulfuric acid, basically here sulfuric acid reacting with sodium sulfide, so sodium sulfate salt first of all it will form, and from sulfide group sulfur dioxide gas will be liberated. So the answer will be sulfur dioxide here. Okay, let's go for the next question. Question number 8. Question number 8. Thickness of metal coating during electroplating depends on duration of current passage, a low current, nature of cathode, purity of anode. Here you see thickness of metal coating. That means in metal electroplating what we do, a metal we have, upon that we are giving coat of another metal. If you need brief explanation you can comment, I will give you a video about that. Thickness of metal, so thickness of metal, of course with increasing current metal will get deposited more, then nature of is precipitated on the cathode, and from the anode it is cupping. So neither on the purity nor on the nature of cathode nor on the low current, the thickness depend upon the duration of current passage, means how much time we have passes the current through that. The low current confirms the uniform deposition but not the amount of deposition. Amount of deposition depends on the amount of current and the duration of current we are passing. So the answer will be duration of current passage according to me. Ionic bonding is seen in which of the compound ionic bonding can be seen? Like methane. Methane have covalent bonding. Hydrogen have also covalent type of bonding. Ammonia also have covalent type of bonding. Rest is sodium oxide. Sodium oxide is similar to calcium oxide, and we know, so in this compound ionic bonding is present. Next, question number 10. The formula of an organic compound C6H12O6. C6H12O6. The empirical formula is CH2O. So what will be the value of N? Here if we represent the organic compound in terms of CH2O, so with which number we can multiply it to get C6H12O6? By 6. So if we multiply CH2O by 6, then we will get C6H12O6. So the value of N will be 6 here. So the answer is 6. When an electron is added in the valence shell, energy is released, absorbed, remains same, none of the above. When the electrons are added in a valence shell, or when an electron is added in a valence shell, actually what process is that? Electron addition to any of the valence shell, that means that one is electron affinity, the energy, and we know the from the definition of electron affinity, the energy released because of addition of electron is in its gaseous state is called the electron affinity. So here energy will be released, that will be the correct answer. Next question. For question number 12, the most electronegative element is, this is from also periodic table. So sodium is in group 1, then aluminium in group 13, then bromine, then fluorine we have above bromine, then chlorine, bromine. So like this way the arrangement will be: sodium here in the group 1, aluminium here in the group 13, then fluorine in group 17, above chlorine, below chlorine, bromine. We need not to know that also, but most electronegative element means the halogen element. Halogens are the most electronegative in periodic table. Now we have two halogens, bromine and fluorine. In between bromine and fluorine, if we go down towards the group, electronegativity decreases. So that's why fluorine have the highest electronegativity. The bond in carbon tetrachloride is single covalent, double covalent, ionic compound, triple covalent. So if we consider the bond in carbon tetrachloride, here the bond of course is covalent type of bond, not the ionic bond. So bond is covalent type of bond. Now the question is whether there is any double triple bond present. No. only single bond present, that's why the answer will be single covalent bond. In question number 14, the type of bonding present in nitrogen molecule. So type of bonding will be covalent. So here we have taken all the covalent, but all the answers are given covalent. Here 3 bonds are present between 2 nitrogens, so triple covalent bond will be the answer. For question number 15, the compound with empirical formula XY2 has the vapor density equals to the empirical formula weight. Its molecular formula will be. Let's see. Empirical formula into a number integer n, we will get the molecular formula. Now empirical mass is equal to n into empirical mass will be is equal to molecular mass. Here it is told the compound with empirical formula XY2 has the vapor density equals to its empirical formula weight. So if empirical formula weight is V and vapor density is also V, then if we multiply V with 2, we will get the molecular mass. As here vapor density is equal to vapor density and empirical mass is same. So if we multiply empirical mass with 2, then we will get the molecular mass. So here the value of n will be 2 and formula will be X2Y4. So the formula of the compound is X2Y4. Here it is given empirical formula weight is equals to vapor density. In the next question we have identify one statement that does not hold true for electro-refining of copper. So we need to know the process of electron refining, cathode, anode, electrolyte we are using. Electrolyte is acidified copper sulfate, correct one. Cathode is a thin strip of impure copper and anode dissolve in the electrolyte and anode gets thicker. So cathode is a thin strip of impure copper. This one is also correct. Cathode is the impure copper and anode will be the pure copper. Anode dissolves in electrolyte, that also correct. But here it is asked which does not hold true, means the incorrect statement. So here the incorrect statement will be anode gets thicker, anode gets thinner and cathode gets thicker. So, and that will be the incorrect option. Question number 17, the observation when ammonium chloride react with potassium hydroxide. So we have NH4Cl, ammonium chloride, and we have potassium hydroxide. If we go for each of the options individually, a colorless gas which turns lime water milky is carbon dioxide. A green colored gas which turns moist blue litmus paper red, ammonium chloride and potassium hydroxide, a reaction between salt and a base. So here what will happen? Ammonium hydroxide will form just a displacement reaction, double displacement. Ammonium hydroxide will form along with potassium chloride. So as ammonium hydroxide will form, so ammonia will be liberated. Next question, a reddish brown gas, that means bromine gas, that will not liberated here. A colorless gas which turns moist red litmus paper blue. Another is a green colored gas which turns moist blue litmus paper red. As ammonia is basic in nature, it can't turns blue litmus paper red, so it will turns red litmus paper into blue. So the correct option will be 2. Question number 18, the color of the precipitate formed when ferrous iron reacts with ammonium hydroxide solution. So when ferrous iron reacting with ammonium hydroxide solution, what will be the color of the precipitate? Form ferrous hydroxide, and ferrous hydroxide will slowly turn into reddish brown. But here it is asked the color of precipitate formed when ferrous iron react with ammonium hydroxide. So color of the precipitate is the dirty green, then it will turn into reddish brown. So dirty green will be the answer according to me. Then we have during ionization metal lose electrons. This change can be called. During ionization metal loses electron. Lose of electron means oxidation process. So the answer will be oxidation. The oxide of metal that reacts both with acid and alkali to form salt and water. Oxide of metal that is reacting both with acid and alkali. Oxide that will react with both of acid and alkali, they will be called amphoteric oxide, and amphoteric oxide in sodium oxide, magnesium, ferrous and aluminium. Amphoteric oxide is aluminium oxide. Okay, next we have the property which decreases from left to right of a periodic table. So here we have the periodic table, here we have the arrow, right, left, up and down. It is asked from left to right, this side to that side it is asked. So electron affinity, the property which decreases. Electron affinity increases from left to right, electronegativity increases, ionization energy will increases because they become more non-metallic nature, metallic character decreases also. So the only property that decreases from left to right will be the metallic character, because metallic character decreases. So from left to right, the property decreases is metallic character. So the question, on the basis of electronic configuration, the period and group of B, 9 and 5. So let's see what is this actually. Here we have B, 9 and 5. So 5 is the number of electron, number of proton, and 9 is the mass number. So number of neutron will be here, mass number minus 5, that is 4. It is asked the group and the period. So group depends upon the number of electron present in the valence shell, and period depends upon the number of shell present. Now total number of electron is 5. So if we write it in term of shell, so we have 2, then 3, so total number 5 covered. So as total number 5 has covered, so 2 shell means the period number will be 2. So here option 1 can be correct, because in option 1 only period number given 2. 3, it is asked, select the ion that would get selectively discharged from aqueous mixture of the ions listed below. Here are the ion given: SO4 2 minus, NO3 minus, hydroxide minus, fluoride minus. So we have to know that according to our anionic activity series, which one can be discharged. First test, select the ions that would get selectively discharged from aqueous mixture of ion listed below. Selectively discharged in aqueous mixture. In aqueous mixture, we have H plus as cation, hydroxide as anion. So the anion, that one will be the below from the hydroxide ion in the activity series, can be selectively discharged. So if we go for all the anions, sulfate in higher position than hydroxide, nitrate in higher position than hydroxide, but chloride is below. Hydronium ion is formed when molecule of water combines with. So you may think the hydrogen atom will be the answer, but actually that will not be the answer. A hydrogen atom means H, hydrogen molecule means H2, oxygen atom means O, and proton means H plus. So the answer will be proton. The condition that is most appropriate for electroplating with nickel electrolyte is molten copper sulfate. No, we are doing electroplating with nickel, that will not be the answer. Anode should be made of impure nickel plate. There will not be any purity or impurity, but yes, anode should be of nickel plate. Alternating current is used. Periodic replacement of cathode is needed. The condition most appropriate with nickel is anode should be made of impure nickel plate. So that will be the answer. Question number 26, the hydroxide which is soluble in excess ammonium hydroxide. The hydroxide which is soluble, that means which will form soluble complex ion, that will be soluble complex ion. In case of lead hydroxide, ferrous hydroxide, zinc and ferric, if we see the hydroxide is soluble in excess ammonium hydroxide, the answer will, for lead precipitate only, ferrous hydroxide precipitate, ferric also precipitate only. So the answer will be zinc hydroxide. Which statement is not true for electrolysis? Cation migrates towards cathode. Cathode means cation always goes towards cathode. Anion always goes towards anode. Cation migrates towards cathode, right? This one is correct one. Anion means right statement. Anion discharge at anode, right statement. Anions get reduced during electrolysis. Anion get oxidized, and anions get oxidized and cations get reduced. So this one is also correct. So here is asked which is not true. So the answer for this question will be the anion get reduced. That one is not true option. That means that one is the correct answer for this option, for this question. Then question number 28, H2Y is the formula of a compound. What is the valency by Y? H2Y is the formula. That means Y can be attached with 2 hydrogen molecules. So the valency exhibited by Y will be 2. The particles which attract another to form electrovalent compounds are the particles which attract one another to form electrovalent compounds. They are, what are they? electrons, protons, ions and molecules. Of course, ion, the particle present in the ionic compound, electrovalent compound, are the ions. Which of the following statement not correct? Pure water does not allow the current to flow through it. This one is correct. Electrolyte only conducts when in the molten state. Not partially correct, because electrolyte can conduct only in molten state and aqueous state both. Electrons that react with electrolytes are said to be active electrolytes. Ions must be present in electrolyte in order that it conduct electricity. That's right, ion must be present. So we have a doubt between 2 and 3. For electrodes that react with electrolytes are to be active electrolytes, so that one is also quite correct. But the incorrect statement is, according to me, the electrolyte only conduct electricity in molten state, that conduct electricity both in aqueous and molten state. The salt formed a partial replacement of hydrogen ion of an acid by a base. This one is a quite direct question, again not indirect type. Partial replacement of hydrogen, that means acidic salt. Here we will see sodium sulfide, no acidic salt, magnesium hydroxide base, potassium sulfate not, zinc hydrogen sulfate will be the acidic salt. Question number 32. Alkali which dissociates only partially in aqueous solution. They are weak alkalis, not strong electrolyte, they are weak electrolyte. So we have the option lithium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide and calcium hydroxide. Here the answer will be in between sodium, potassium, lithium. All of them are group 1. So in between group 1 and 2, calcium hydroxide will be the weak electrolyte. Then we have the property that matches with element of hydrogen family are they are chemically highly reactive, they are metallic in nature, they are monoatomic in their molecular form, they have 1 electron in valence shell. In valence shell they have 5 electron, but their valency is 1. Monoatomic, they are diatomic, they are non-metallic in nature. These are all incorrect. They are chemically highly reactive. So this one is only the property that is matching with. Question number 34. Cathode is a reducing electrode because it has less number of electrons. It has deficiency of electrons. No, cations gains electron at cathode. That's why this one is reducing electron. The simplest ratio of atoms of carbon and hydrogen is 1:1. Identify the possible molecular formula. So carbon and hydrogen present in 1:1. C6H6 carbon hydrogen ratio 6:6. Here 2:4. Here 6:2. Here 3:4. So the simplest ratio we have to find out. So if we see the simplest ratio here 1:1, here 1:2, here it will be 3:1, here it will be 3:4. So the answer will be the first one, C6H6. The empirical formula of the compound CH2O, possible molecular formula can be. The empirical formula of a compound CH2O, the possible molecular formula can be integral multiple of CH2O. CH2O, if we multiply that with 2, then we will get C2H4O2 with 3, C3H6O3, C3H6O3, C2H4O, C4H3O2. These are incorrect one. The correct one is C3H6O3. Here 1:2:1 ratio. Question number 37. Observe the periodic table to answer the question. So let's see the question properly. Here is the periodic table. Many things are given there. In the above table, some elements are mentioned with their own symbol. Position of the periodic table with other are shown in the letter. So all the elements are not mentioned. Identify the most electronegative element. So if we want to identify the most electronegative element, what we have to do, we have to know the trend. This one is the trend. Through this, electronegativity decreases. So most electronegative element should be neon, but this one is group 18, 0. So the most electronegative element will be J. J will be the answer. How many valence electrons are present in Q? Let's find out the Q. Q is here. So in case of Q, this one is in group 15. So group 15, how many valence electron will be there in the group 15? The formula of compound between E and O. Let's find E and O. So E in group 13. E is in group 13. So valency will be 3. O is in group 16, valency will be 2. So E group 13 means valency 3, 13 minus 10, and for group 16 the valency will be 18 minus 16, 2. So here the formula will be EO 3 and 2. So the formula will be E2O3. So here we have the answer E2O3. The type of bond between A and X. What type of bond there will be between A and X? Where is A? Where is X? Here is A. Here is A. And here is X. So A is in group 1 positive, group 16 electronegative. So electropositive and electronegative. Number of valence electron 1. Here number of valence electron is 6. So the type of bond they can make will be ionic bond. So the answer will be here ionic type of bond. If this video is helpful to you, please like, share and subscribe. If you have not subscribed it yet, follow my other videos also. And if you have any question, any doubt regarding this, and if you need any explanation, just comment below. And thank you for watching.